G'day guys, Mark here from the Iron Empire, and in this episode we're going to be reviving and refining some bits and pieces on the minty fresh XC Falcon. I like it.
That was worth it.
Right, that was worth it. Alright, so back up Forreston today. We've got Rowan here yet again, saving the day on the XC. Today's mission is just cleaning out the carby. There's a little bit of crap coming through the tank still because obviously it's been sitting for 23 years, 24 years. While I clean the carby out, Rowan is now disassembling some tail lights to replace these trims because obviously these have deteriorated a little bit in the hills weather. They've sort of started corroding. Both of these are pretty bad. Lenses are really nice though, and the backings are all solid. So we're going to replace them with a pair of tail lights that we had on the donor car. So yeah, that's going to happen. Some mouldings are going back on the car, which we've got down here. And these tail lights are getting disassembled now. We're going to head out into the field of dreams and see if we can find another bumper. Pretty sure we've got a spare, way better than the one that's on the car. See what we've got. Look at this. Hell cleaner. And these things, oh, these are stupidly heavy, especially once you put a tow bar on it. Might actually need this tow bar for drag challenge. Shivers. This bumper might be better off on the XC we're building. Don't go tow bar. Man, this is stupidly heavy. Yeah, machine rolling. What you got going on there, Rowan?
Oh, just a bit of alfoil, mate. You know how it is.
Bit of alfoil water?
Yeah, a bit of alfoil, and I put a bit of soap in it. Just helps it glide a little bit better. And we'll get all the rust staying off the bumper. So we'll bring it up like a new one.
All right, so next up on this XC, all I want to do cosmetically on the outside of the car, aside from what we've already done, is paint this quarter. Only the lower might seem a little bit silly considering the rest of the paint and body, but this section, obviously this front quarter was painted at some stage considering what colors are underneath, but I think this is just a little bit too shitty looking. This is sort of a bit more of a natural patina, and this is just looking a little bit average. So we're gonna prepare this area up here. I've got some color mixed up from the boys down at the Body Shop Paint Supplies on Port Road. They've matched it up. The color's called Spruce, which is a metallic, and it is acrylic. We just got some base coat, so that will be fine for what we're doing here. It won't be used as like a 2-pack or nothing, so we'll just blow a bit of color over there, make that look mint, and that's pretty much it. We might seal some stuff up here, but for now, we're gonna get stuck into put some color on this thing. See how we go.
Alright, into it.
A little bit of pristine trim as well, which looks so much better now that it's on. I can't remember if we got, I'm not sure if I got that on film, but we've replaced the trims on the car. They were all in the boot, cleaned them all up, new double-sided tape, and restuck them, repurposed. All right, so we're ready to go. As you can see, I've masked up properly here. Absolute amateur hour because I don't even have any tape at all or paper, but we're just gonna spray this at a super low pressure, wipe up any excess. Not recommended. Just gonna hit this with a adhesion promoter first, just to give it a bit of a dust with that, so everything bonds, even though we're going for a patina look anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But we'll make this look good. I've given the sill panel a quick black, and yes, I used some rattle pack, so you guys can pick on me for that, and actually used some header paint because it's all I had in the can, and it doesn't matter because look at the rest of the sill panel. She's been around the block a few times, this car, so we're blowing a bit of black in, that's all that matters. But my final trick is to make this thing look like I haven't just painted the gun. My next trick is to take off some tape, and this is actually going to take off some paint with it, which is going to make this look like it's always been this way. Let's see if this works. Alright, so I'm actually pretty happy with that. Obviously in the center where there's old filler and old primer, the paint's sucked in. I'm not going to be able to change that. Maybe running a buff over it later might sort of wash that out a little bit. But once I hit it with the tape, pulled some summer paint off, it sort of blends in, and at the end of the day, this thing only is going to be a patina car. People that don't like this sort of thing are not going to get it. But for those of you that get it, I'm pretty happy with the result. We've got a bit of a clean up, and then I'll show you around what's happened inside. Here it is, the minty fresh XC. Absolutely love this car. It is so sick. And now that we've just made a few little tweaks to it, obviously the nice bumper, fresh trims around the tail lights, fixing up that quarter as well, and the exhaust, just a few things just to make it that little bit nicer cruiser. Wouldn't mind putting the badge back on the back here. Aside from that, cosmetically, I'm pretty happy. I did sort of want to seal this car, but I wasn't sure how I wanted to go about that. I didn't want to use like an anchor wax or an oil or anything, because that would potentially ruin it for the next guy. So if someone wants to paint this down the track, you do not want any wax or oil on the car. It'll just be an absolute nightmare. So I'm just going to leave it. It's lasted this many years, and it's undercover, so it is what it is. Now, one other thing, I forgot to get any footage of this. I don't know why, but the interior now is absolutely freaking mint. So going inside, check this out. We've got the seat now all retrimmed, looking like freaking new. Door trims were perfect anyway. The carpet come up really nice, and the back seat was like mint anyway. So overall, the interior of this car is like a 9 out of 10 easily. The only thing that's really left to do is regas the air conditioning, and this is going to be absolute perfect cruiser. Now under the bonnet, we've just done the basics, serviced it. I put a carby kit through it. We got little Judgy boy, he's been at the vet today. He had an upset stomach, so I had to x-ray him. So he's all goofed out, the poor bugger. But you guys know what I'm all about. This channel, I like to revive these cars, and quite often they end up on the market. So this one's going to be no different. I would love to keep it, but as you guys know, I'm building my own XB, so I'm going to have the same car anyway. And I need to put some money back into living my life. So if anyone is interested in this thing, hit me up in the comments below. You can hit me up, mark@theonempire.com.au, and yeah, have a chat if you're interested in this thing. Usually don't talk money, but I'm straight out gonna say I'm probably gonna put this up to 25k. It's a factory 302 automatic, air conditioned, power steering, and for anyone that knows their cars, this thing is freaking solid. Don't let the exterior fool you. This is all cosmetic rust. All the seal panels, inner doors. I'll send anyone that's interested in this car some extremely detailed photos so they can see how solid this car actually is. And I really hope that it stays the way it is, because I love the patina look. Anyway, that's going to be a wrap on this week's episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Please support the channel, go check out the online store, and I'll see you all on the next video. Cheers, guys.